Wall hop, κανείς. Όμπι. Α, οκ. Γίνεται, αλλά είναι πολύ δύσκολο. Κοντεύω να το πάω campfire level 7. Γιατί? Level 7, let's go! Πάω να σπάσω wood. I'm recording live quickly. I'm too. Μωρά μου. Μωρά μου. Μωρά μου.
Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Μπα, δεν λέω να το πάμε. Επειδή πέθανε. Είναι νουμπάς. Δεν θα μας χρειαστεί. Επειδή είναι νουμπάς. Ξαναλέω. Οι νουμπάδες δεν είναι καλοί, ξαναλέω. Παίζει να κάνω το καλύτερο base. Θα κάνω πύργο με κάροτ. Παπά! Προτιμάς να έχεις τη δύναμη σαν τον Γκόκου, να έχεις τέλεια φυσικά πράγματα σαν τον Ζωρό, να είσαι όμορφος σαν τον Γκότζο ή να έχεις IQ σαν τον Κάρα. Το ξέρω, άρα μπρο πες να είσαι ό,τι καλύτερο, επειδή εγώ θα, αν ήμουν εγώ ο Γκότζο, επειδή θα είχα και δύναμη, ρε, θα ήμασταν το καλύτερο ντου αν γινόταν έτσι. Μπαμπα μπαλερίνα, καπουτσίνα, πουμπρίτο παμπρίτο, σοϊο εντί, λίρι λίρα ρίλα, μπαλε μπαλερίνα. Help! 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 Bro, δεν έχουμε bandages! I don't have mount, I'm looking. Μπρο, τρώω δύο σκιούλες και δεν είναι τίποτα. Έτσι. Πρέπει γρήγορα να μαζέψω άπειρο wood ώστε να μην μπορεί να γίνει τίποτα με τον τρip που είναι hungry, όπως και με τους άλλους. Κάτσε, υπάρχει και άλλος, μπρο. Υπάρχει και άλλος, μπρο, που δεν είναι dead. Όχι, που δεν είναι dead. I found first aid kit. Δεν μας νοιάζει κιόλας που βρήκε first aid kit. Med kit. Ναι, μπρο, κόκο, φάντο, ελεφάντο, μπουμπρίτο, μπαμπρίτο. Έλα, όμως έλα, get out. Πα. Πες να την μπορώ να φτιάξω 2 log walls, ακριβώς 2 log walls μπορώ να φτιάξω. Ένα και τελευταίο. Όχι. Άλλο ένα log wall, γρήγορα πάμε να βρούμε wood. Έλα. Πες μου τι είναι ακριβώς. Ναι, είναι ακριβώς για να. Έλα, τρέχα. Εκεί τρέχα. Έλα. Λιρίρα. Hey! Μπαλερίνα. Καπουτσίνο. Τώρα, μπρο, μπορούμε να κυκλοφορώ ελεύθερα. Ισχύει, είναι copyright. Όχι, το κυνηγάνε! Έλα πίσω! Γιατί τα βάλανε εδώ, όχι! No! You know what, bro? Έτσι θα είμαστε. Θα έρχονται εδώ όλοι. Πες. Όσοι έρχονται, bro, απλά θα πεθαίνουν εδώ. Τέλειο, Some countries are still near your campfire. Έχουμε κάνει τέλειο γκλίτς. Ταλαλέρο ταλαλά. Που πει το μπαμπρίτο. Σοϊοϊο ριριριριριραρίλα. Βάλε βάλε μπαλερίνα. Κάτσε να κάνω μία αυτό εδώ pick-up. Το ξέρω, εγώ δεν θα προλάβω. Αρχίζει στις 3 και τελειώνει στις 4. Έτσι είναι. Ναι. Ναι. Θα σπάσω ρεκόρ, ναι, χόρευουμε δυνατά. Σαν την μπαλερίνα καπουτσίνο. Μπαμπριτό, μπαμπριτό, Νιτζάκος.
You can actually see what the lucky block's going to be if you walk inside there. And if you study the way that the lines curve, you'll actually see that it spells out a P sideways. It's going to be a hotspot. Yep, that was hotspot place. So, something else that's crazy. You can actually see what the lucky block's going to be if you walk inside there. And if you study the way that the lines curve, you'll actually see that it spells out P sideways. It's going to be a hotspot. Yep, that was hotspot place. So,
what would happen if you poured lava into a shredder? These machines are powerful enough to tear apart metal cylinders and even crush bicycles like paper. So someone decided to pour molten lava straight into one just to see what happens. To everyone's surprise, the lava simply slid right through the spinning blades without any resistance. Then he
Τι? Ποιο, μπρο? Ναι, σίγουρα θα μπω, είμαι σίγουρα.
Step over here, boy. What's going on, man? You're under arrest for being bald and short? I'm not bald. I've got hair. Take a look, pal. Hey, wait. That's smooth as a cue ball. Hand behind your back. Come on, that's not a felony judge. Hands. This is ridiculous posing. You're so real quick. I just want to address allegations. This is not a wig. This is my real hair. Step over here, boy. What's going on? I'm gonna show you something. This hair, it's not mine. Boom, gone. Completely bald under there. As soon as I find out who made this, you're going to jail.
Στις μία θα κάνει live ο τέτοιος, ο Creekcraft, οπότε σίγουρα τότε είναι. Κοκοφάντο παπαράτο, let's freaking go! Πήγαμε 200 μέρες. Θα έλεγα πηγαίναμε. Let's go!
οργανώνει τα ταξίδια μας.
It's raining máquina numa antiga máquina.
When you're ugly, you're kind of like forced into having like personality and you work hard and you're driven and you make money. Like, look at you, dude. You're very successful.
Well, I'm good looking. I'm handsome.
When you're ugly, you're kind of like forced into having. Imagine sitting down at a restaurant and suddenly a tiny animated chef appears on your plate. In Houston, there's a place where projectors on the ceiling show your exact meal being cooked, step by step, from chopping veggies to stirring to plating the dish. And here's the cool part. The animation is perfectly timed with the real kitchen. So, when the mini chef finishes cooking, your real food arrives. It's dinner, entertainment, and pure magic, all in one. Would you try it? Imagine sitting down at a restaurant, and suddenly, a tiny animated chef appears on your plate. In Houston, there's a place where projectors on the ceiling show your exact meal being cooked, step by step, from chopping veggies to stirring.
This goat picked the worst target to bully because this mother shepherd dog is just trying to protect her baby and she gives the goat every chance to walk away. But the goat keeps pushing and pushing until it makes this one final critical error. This goat picked the worst target.
Your mind, your brain rot. Run to me. Your mind, your brain.
Macho Lugo's on the third floor, guys. He can't even feel it. Can I just borrow this French coffee for a second? Can I borrow this for a second, dude? Can I just borrow it for a second to index it? You can have it back. Wait, dude, how rare would you say this French coffee is? How rare would you say it? Is it pretty rare? Thanks! Scamming is a fucking scam! If you ever see this bird injured, do not help. This is a killdeer, and she's not hurt at all, but performing her famous broken wing trick. As you approach her, she flies a little farther every time you go near. When you follow her a little longer, she will suddenly fly away. Why? Because in this act, she successfully draws the predator away from her babies. And that's why, if you ever see this bird injured, do not help her. This is a killdeer, and she's not hurt at all, but performing her famous broken wing trick. As you approach her, she flies a little farther every time you go near. When you follow her a little longer, she will suddenly fly away. Why? Because in this act...
Why Drax cannot see things that do not move. When Groot was dancing behind Drax's back, Drax looked at him, and Groot stopped dancing and froze instantly. At that point, Drax appeared to no longer see him, almost like he'd vanished. Drax eventually came to the realization that living things that don't move are essentially invisible to him. But what Drax didn't realize is that other species don't have the same handicap. That's why, in Infinity War, when Gamora and Quill were talking about the Soul Stone, Drax was standing there and thought that no one could see him.
Hey, Drax.
Why Drax cannot see things that do not move. When Groot was dancing behind Drax's back, Drax looked at him, and Groot stopped dancing and froze instantly.
This little guy's job is to erase and redraw every minute of the day. At first, it looks like he's trapped inside this giant airport clock, working non-stop to manually draw the hands. But this isn't a real clock at all. It's actually a massive screen playing a 12-hour video of an artist who filmed himself drawing the time in perfect sync with the real world. The result is one of the most genius and confusing art installations you'll ever see. This little guy's job is to erase and redraw.
This blind man was giving a massage to a rich businessman, but suddenly he sensed something was wrong. He told the rich man that it seemed like someone was picking the lock outside the door. The rich man turned on his security cameras, but saw nobody outside. Just as he was relaxing, a group of robbers suddenly burst in. They kicked him to the ground and asked him to open the safe with his fingerprint. However, the rich man wasn't a fool either. He intentionally used the wrong fingerprint to trigger the alarm, and then quickly grabbed an electric baton to try to scare them away. But their leader grew angry, and without giving him another chance, he shot the rich man. Before me,
Nice.
Scared him with a needle, but when the blind man didn't flinch, he let they know this decision would come back to haunt them. Later, the police quickly arrived at the scene and started chasing them. But they soon
Έχω θα μας δώσω πολλά secrets για αυτού.
It's a 2v1. Give up. No! It's just you and me. You were so dead. You are so lucky. No, 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 no. We are not horses. We are humans. And humans are... It's a 2v1.
When this dad and daughter saw what looked like a balloon on the airport ceiling, they lifted her up to grab it. She missed the first try, but with everyone watching, they went again. This time, she grabbed the string, but couldn't pull it down. And just when everyone thought she'd get it, a security guard revealed it wasn't a balloon at all. It was a sculpture attached to the ceiling. When this dad and daughter saw what looked like a balloon on the airport...
Σε λίγο σπάω ρεκόρ.
Have you ever had complete strangers just hop into your car like you were their personal chauffeur? I was parked outside the mall, windows down, music up, just killing time waiting for my friend. Out of nowhere, 3 random people walk straight up, open my door, and slide right in like they've done it 100 times before. No hesitation. One guy leans forward and says, "Fire, Uber's here," and hands me a water bottle like I'm on the payroll. My brain completely froze. I'm sitting there trying to process what dimension I just entered. I start to say, "Thank you," but before I can finish, the girl in the front goes, "GPS says we're taking Main Street, right?" At that point, my fight or flight chose drive. I figured, whatever, I'll just drop them off and explain later. They're in the back talking about their day, arguing over brunch spots, and I'm just nodding along like a deep undercover Uber agent in my own car. Then the guy in the middle leans forward and says, "You're way better than our last driver." That dude had attitude. I just shrug and go, "Yeah, I heard he had trust issues." They all laugh like I'm the funniest driver alive. The girl next to me asks, "How long have you been driving?" And without thinking, I say, "Feels like forever." They start tipping me in snacks, a pack of gummies and half a granola bar, like I'm running a 5-star service out of pure chaos. We finally pull up to their stop. They thank me, tell me I'm the best Uber ever, and I just wave, trying not to lose it, as they hop out and walk away, still completely convinced they paid for that ride. 10 minutes later, I get a text from my actual
Περίμενε λίγο, έρχομαι. Ή θα τεκότευα να σπάσω το ρεκόρ μου μετά από αυτή τη νύχτα.
Have you ever wondered why horses wear iron shoes? It's not for style, it's for protection. A horse's hoof is like a giant toe. When they walk or run on hard roads or rocky ground, it can crack or wear down fast. That's why blacksmiths fit iron shoes, to protect those hooves from damage. These shoes also give horses better grip, balance, and comfort, especially when carrying riders or pulling loads. Here's the cool part. When they nail the shoe, it doesn't hurt, because the nails go into the outer part of the hoof, which has no nerves. Have you ever wondered why horses wear iron shoes? It's not for style, it's for protection. A horse's hoof is like a giant toenail. When they walk or run on hard roads or rocky ground, it can crack or wear down fast. That's why blacksmiths fit iron shoes, to protect those hooves from damage. These shoes also give horses better grip, balance, and comfort, especially when carrying riders or pulling loads. And here's the cool part. When they nail the shoe, it doesn't hurt, because the nails go into the outer part of the hoof, which has no nerves. Have you ever wondered why horses wear iron shoes on their hooves? It's not for style, it's for protection. A horse's hoof is like a giant toenail. When they walk or run on hard roads or rocky ground, it can crack or wear down fast. That's why blacksmiths fit iron shoes, to protect those hooves from damage. These shoes also give horses better grip, balance, and comfort, especially when carrying riders or pulling loads. Here's the cool part. When they nail the shoe, it doesn't hurt, because the nails go into the outer part of the hoof, which has no nerves. Have you ever wondered why horses wear iron shoes on their hooves? It's not.
When Ant-Man becomes small and goes inside Tony Stark's suit through the tiny holes in Civil War, the suit gets damaged for some time.
We have some weapon systems offline.
They what?
Oh, you're gonna have to take this into the shop.
Who's speaking?
It's your conscience. We don't talk a lot these days.
That's why Tony makes his new suit airtight. In this suit, Tony adds a new technology that allows nanoparticles to vibrate at a fixed frequency. Tony has made the suit so airtight that not even vision could pass through it. When Ant-Man becomes small and goes inside Tony Stark's suit through the tiny holes in Civil
So many people here. This is beyond awkward.
Don't worry, Alina. Hurry up and change. I'll cover you with my jacket.
I swear, I can literally feel people burning holes in us with their eyes.
Ha ha ha, oh my gosh, this is comedy gold. One of you is dressed like Walmart Batman, and the other is changing pants on a public sidewalk like it's a dressing room at Target.
Hey, lady, mind your own business. Excuse me, Karen, but you have no idea what's going on here.
Now I'm dying to know when the world changes in the middle of Main Street, USA.
Okay, listen, sister. My mom just called my girlfriend to meet her right now, so she's putting on her magic slim dress.
You're doing all this just to impress your mom? Are you serious? This feels like a TLC reality show. Hey, wow, you look crazy slim in that thing. Wait, what are those pants? They literally disappeared.
Girl, that's the power of my slim dress. Built-in Photoshop. All right, let's go, Adam.
Wait, I'm sorry for roasting you earlier. Can I borrow one of those dresses? I'm tired of my belly looking like a sad pancake at IHOP. My boyfriend's meeting me at Applebee's, and I want to look drop-dead gorgeous, not drop-dead tired.
Lucky for you, I brought a spare. Here, go change behind this giant Starbucks cup. Okay, guys, place your bets. Will this dress work? It's American magic, too. But before that...
Son, I am Jesus. Don't ignore this message or tough times may follow. Like this video, subscribe.
You can now learn chess.
Bro, I just realized, why are we even scared of vampires? Like, seriously, if some some vampire tries to bite you, why don't you just start biting back? Think about it. He sneaks into your room, trying to look all mysterious, whispering, "I've come for your pot." And you just look at him and whisper back, "No, I've come for yours." Now he's confused. He bares his fangs. You pull out garlic. He hisses. You hiss louder. He turns into a bat. You start clapping your hands like, "Who's a good little monster? Who's a good spooky boy?" 5 minutes later, this so-called Lord of Darkness isn't a predator anymore. He's a nervous night shift intern, sitting in his coffin telling his vampire buddies, "Bro, I think my human is possessed. He's scaring me." Next thing you know, he's on Google at 3 a.m. typing, "How to cleanse myself of a toxic human with holy water," and you're just using it to your advantage. "Hey, bro, since you're out flying anyway, can you grab me something from the store? I'm low on, coffee, not blood," and that's it. He's not a monster anymore. He's your personal midnight delivery guy. Bro, I just realized, why are we even scared of vampires? Like, seriously, if some vampire tries to bite you, why don't you just start biting back? Think about it.
Κοντεύω 200 μέρες.
What? Sammy, it's always too fast. Just make it slower. Come on, Sammy. Oh my god, I give up. Okay, fine, Sammy, if you can hear me, at least make it the yin-yang event. Yo! Okay, Sammy, Dad, I did not know you were chill like that. Alright, bet. Since I am on Team Sammy now, spawn the Secret 67. No way! It's still too fast. Okay, fine, Sammy, what do I have to do to slow it down? If they like and stuff. Alright, guys, like and subscribe right now. Okay, guys, comment Team Sammy. Wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's fun. Alright, I'll give it away to someone who did everything. What? Sammy, it's always too fast. Just make it slower. Come on, Sammy. Oh my god, I cannot. Okay, fine, Sammy, if you can hear me, at least make it the yin-yang event. Okay, Sammy,
And what? Kayla's did afterward for revenge was...
Τι. Ποιοι. Όχι. Ίσως από οι δικοί μου τους σκοτώνουνε. Και πεθαίνουν πίσω από εδώ.
made a diss track on Creek. So Creek's Kayla's did afterward for revenge was for attack on...
Let's go, 200 μέρες!
Hey, yo. Oh, buddy, leaving food out. Really? That chef guy? Guy who's always chasing us, trying to kill us? My boy done turned the leaf. We up. Where did he leave it at? It's in the box. The box. We could touch it. Oh, spicy too. That dark box restaurant. Yup, order up. Y'all miss out. Nah, we should get something good. Hey, Professor Pumpkin.
Tonight we will be attacked στα χέρια μου.
About to be the craziest thing I'd ever seen. But I honestly had no idea what was about to happen. I hadn't really heard anything about it, and when we got there, I could tell everyone was getting ready for something. The entire theater was full, and everyone was cheering. I thought that was it. But then we got to that scene. I saw everybody take their phones out to start recording, and he stood up. And as soon as he said those two words, it happened. Absolutely everyone in the theater stood up and threw their popcorn in the air, threw their drinks, and started screaming as loud as they could. I couldn't see or hear anything, and they started to form a literal mosh pit behind me. Every guy in the theater was pushing each other and yelling, and started falling over the rows into mine. However, someone got pushed directly behind me and ended up taking me down with them. Now I was on the ground in front of all of it, but before I could get up, I suddenly felt a sharp pain in the middle of my face. I tried to scream, but literally couldn't do anything. The lights turned on and police officers were making people leave. They made everyone go home, but I had to go to the hospital. Turns out someone had stepped directly onto the center of my face, completely shattering my nose. Now I can barely breathe and have to get surgery tomorrow. I went to the Minecraft movie and left it in ambulance. My friends were telling me I had to go to the movie that way because it was about to be the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Eventually they convinced me, but I honestly had no idea what was about to happen. I hadn't really heard anything about it, and when we got there, I could tell everyone was getting ready for something. The entire theater was full, and everyone was cheering. I thought that was it. But then, we got to that scene. I saw everybody take their phones out to start recording, and even stood up. And as soon as he said those two words, it happened. Absolutely everyone in the theater stood up and threw their popcorn in the air, threw their drinks, and started screaming as loud as they could. I couldn't see or hear anything, and they started to freak.
Ναι, 200 μέρες, let's go! Ναι, αλλά δεν έχουμε φτιάξει όλα τα κρεβάτια. Μας μένει το good bed, το giant βασικά. Έχουμε πει 7 μέρες και δεν έχουμε φτάσει ένα καρεβάτι. Δεν έχουμε φτιάξει βασικά. Δεν έχουμε φτιάξει το old bed. Το ξέρω, μπρο, κρέμει. Άμα πέσω θα κάνω rage quit. Let's grow a garden. Τα wood range τώρα μπεις. Το gambler και μου έδωσε στην αρχή αυτό. Ένα old road. Ξέρω, bro. Το πιο νομπιστικό πράγμα. Τώρα μπορούμε να φτιάξουμε το regular bed. Το κανονικό τι λέω. Αυτό με τα wood, κατάλαβες. Απορώ γιατί δεν το έχουμε φτιάξει το σήμερα. Κάτσε. Render is hungry tonight. Τέλειο κρεβάτι. Θα φτιάξω το καλύτερο κρεβάτι. Σε ειδικό σχολείο πηγαίνεις. Σε ειδικό σχολείο πηγαίνεις, είπα, όχι σε ποιο σχολείο. Είδα το κρεβατάρα. Let's grow a garden. Holy shit. Τέλειο. Θέλουμε να φτιάξουμε bro unlimited shoes. Θες να χάσεις, είναι πολύ δύσκολο να το τερματίσεις μόνος σου. Είμαι 203 μέρες, let's go. Να τζεν κάτι. Κοίτα λίγο τι έχουμε, έχουμε 13 gems! Και 2 τέτοια. Να ντύρεις hungry το knife. Τώρα απλά στο μαφούκου δεν χρειάζεται να κάνω κάτι και θα έχω διπλή προστασία εξαιτίας αυτού.
What is the most inappropriate gift that someone innocently gave a teacher? I taught 8-year-olds for a few years, and one morning, a sweet, sensitive boy excitedly handed me a small, carefully wrapped gift box. His face lit up as he insisted I open it right away. Inside, I was stunned to find a large pair of diamond earrings, set in what looked like platinum. As someone born in April, I recognized they were real diamonds. I also knew there was no way this boy had bought such an expensive gift with his allowance, but he wasn't the type of child who would intentionally steal, especially from his mother. Not wanting to embarrass him or make a scene, I warmly thanked him and placed the earrings in my desk, which had a lock. During lunch, I called his mom to explain. She whispered she was nearby and immediately came to the school. She confirmed they were indeed her earrings, and I returned them. She promised to handle it gently at home. The next day, the boy walked in with another gift. Again, he insisted I open it right away. This time, it was a small angel figurine from the dollar store. He shyly explained that his mom had told him I was married and couldn't accept jewelry from him, and that taking her earrings had been wrong. She let him pick something he thought I'd like, and he chose the angel to protect me from the bad gifts. That year, I did have some troublemakers in my class, so the angel felt like the perfect gift. I kept it on my desk for the rest of my teaching career. What is the most inappropriate gift?
Κάνω μπρο. Λες να μετακομίσω όλα τα πράγματα αυτά και να τα πάω κάπου αλλού. Μπα, στο βαριέμαι. Βαριέμαι τώρα.
Tony is testing his Mark 42 armor Iron Man 3. Every part of the suit flies to Tony and assembles around him, but one part gets stuck in the glass, which hits Tony in the back. This image completely disassembles the Mark 42 armor, and if you look closely, you can see Dummy taking out that last part and throwing it at Tony. Now we can understand why Tony named this robot Dummy. Tony is testing his Mark 42 armor in Iron Man 3. Every part of the suit flies to Tony and assembles around him, but one part gets stuck in the glass, which hits Tony in the back. This impact completely disassembles the Mark 40.
This little girl won the swimming competition not because she was the fastest, but because she knew how to win. While her opponent jumped early trying to be first before the whistle, she stayed calm, focused, and waited for the right moment. When the whistle finally blew, she dove in perfectly and ended up winning fair and square. This little girl won the swimming competition not because she was the fastest, but because she knew how to win. While her opponent jumped early trying to be first before the whistle, she stayed calm, focused, and waited for the right moment. When the whistle finally blew, she dove in perfectly and ended up winning fair and square. My son got revenge on his bully. We started hearing my son was being bullied constantly in school because of a huge birthmark on his shoulder. And after one day when this bully tried to cut the birthmark off, we took him out of school. Unfortunately, this same jerk somehow knew our
Πολλές κολοκύθες.
There's a viral theory claiming you can safely slide down from any height using a construction chute. Normally, these are used to drop debris from buildings without spreading dust. But this guy decided to test the theory himself, turning a worksite tool into the world's most dangerous playground ride. If you thought this was a slide, you're mistaken. There's a viral theory online claiming you can safely slide.
Μπορείς να μου λες όταν είμαι hungry. Okay. We will be attacked tonight. Nice. Εμείς το έχουμε level 6. Κάτω δοκίμασε όταν το πας level 6 πριν πεθάνεις και θα σου πω. Εδώ θα κάτσω μπρο. Είναι easy. Ελάτε μπρόκιδες, εδώ είμαι. Οπ. Έλα. Πήγε να πηδήξει ο μπρο, πάει να πηδήξει. Gem of the forest, let's go! Παφ, παφ. Έχουμε 3 gem of the forest! Damn! Κοίτα λίγο τα materials μας. Είναι και τεράστιο ράβο εδώ πέρα. Βλέπω όλα τα σκιούλα. Έχω 19 ολόκληρες σκιού, let's go, σίγουρα δεν τα χλέψα. Είκοσι σκιού, μπρο. Αυτό τώρα. Ρε παίζει να βγω, βαριέμαι. Ναι, αλλά θέλω να περάσω ένα φίλο μου, θέλω πάρα πολύ να τον περάσω, μου τα έχει πρίξει, λέει νουμπά, νουμπά, έχω 312 μέρες, είσαι νουμπάς.
Sure I can see her feed in 4K quality and 60 FPS. So you better make sure you pay your damn Wi-Fi bill. In fact, how about you get... Steal my Wi-Fi and still keep playing some big fucking hero. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You can't just use my Wi-Fi for free. I assume you knew I wasn't getting you that password. Oops, you can take this stuff. Well, that's why I couldn't access it anymore. But yeah, those searches were fucking anonymous. Oh, thank God, because they also said someone searched, how do I tell my husband that I was starting to think it was my wife, but I guess that was just you too. Oh, no, that was not me. Sure, yeah, I mean, who the hell searched that? Well, everyone knows. That's your wife. It's always coming. Hello, is this Mr. Jones? Yes, what's up? Well, I'm mentioning to ask you what happens with paper anyway. Well, what is this supposed to pay about stupid?
Fresh. 125 million seconds. Secret evidence. I'm gonna put in the Soxicola. You guys are this. Let's just put this.
Θα δω λίγο γιους. Γιατί βγαίνουν τόσο πολλά pumpkins? Καλύτερα να πάρω ένα spooky and pumpkin.
Γρήγορα, πρέπει να φύγουμε από αυτή τη φυλακή.
Βγαίνε πάνω μέσα. Τόσο είναι καλό με ένα σκουπίλαρα.
Κάτσε, περίμενε, γιατί ο Χακούν έχει ελιδεύσει πολύ. Γεια, έλα εδώ. Γιατί καυγίζει, Δάφνη? Εγώ θα κρυφτώ εδώ μέσα. Νομίζω σε έχει δει.
Μέσα από το ξύλο.
Αφού σας αρέσουν τα χαζούλικα παιχνιδάκια, καλώς ήρθατε στο Cuffbust. Ένα παιχνίδι στο οποίο εσύ και οι φίλοι σου πρέπει να αποδράσετε από μία φυλακή. Αλλά δεν είναι και τόσο εύκολο όσο φαίνεται. Γιατί αφού καταφέρεις με δυσκολία να βγεις έξω από τη φυλακή, μαθαίνεις ότι περιτριγυρίζει ολόκληρος από νερό. Οπότε πρέπει να βρεις ένα ακόμα καλύτερο τρόπο για να ξεφύγεις. Γι' αυτόν τον λόγο, αν καταφέρουμε να ξεφύγουμε με το λουλουδάκι, θα φέρω μία ακόμα μεγαλύτερη παρέα. Για να τα καταφέρουμε όλοι μαζί. Λίγο τάξη στη φυλακή! Λίγο τάξη στη φυλακή! Το μικροφωνάκι λίγο. Σου είπα το μικροφωνάκι λίγο.
Τι μου έκανες?
Για δες, το έφτιαξες.
Τώρα, δεν μίλα. Εσύ περπάτες.
Βοήθεια, να σου πω δυο λογάκια. Κοίτα, ελέντα, ας το παράκι κάτω. Καλέ, ας το κάτω σου λέω. Τι, γιατί έπρωσε που κάτω στον τοίχο.
Θέλω και σου.
Ελέντα.
Κάνε στάνιο.
Τώρα δεν μπορείς να κάνεις τίποτα.
Wait λίγο, θα μιλάω. Έλα. Determined. Τι σημαίνει determined? What? What? Ελάτε όλοι, ελάτε, 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 έλα. Δεν μπορώ τώρα, με σκοτώνουν όλοι. What? Πώς μπήκαν μέσα! Ουφ. Τώρα πάω να σκοτώσω τους άλλους. Έχω και αυτό! Αφού το βλέπεις, μπρο, τι με ρωτάς. Μου το δώσανε. Ναι. Τι είναι αυτό, άσα. Πού είναι τώρα όλος ο βλάνος. Πού, ράιφλα μου, έχω ράιφλ, το χρειάζομαι. Πάω τώρα να μαζέψω ό,τι χρειάζομαι από αυτούς. Και μαζί ταυτόχρονα και αυτούς. Μπρο, είναι πολύ easy πλέον το με την ανάλυση δε φόρες εδώ. Για μένα τώρα έτσι όπως είμαι. Έχω και ατμοσφαίρες. Α, έχουμε και εδώ κάποιους νουμπάδες. Και τώρα θα τους βάλω όλους μέσα στη φωτιά. Τους βλέπεις λίγο όλους αυτούς. Αν τώρα είχα πάει εγώ στο λαβαμπάιο. Που πρέπει να κάνω ανάγκη μου, αλλά μπορεί να χάσω. Οπότε γεμίζω εντελώς το health μου. Η άλλη ζει και πάω να κάνω την ανάγκη μου, περίμενα. Back. Back. Back.